Hey, today in 1536, Queen of England Anne Boleyn was arrested and imprisoned on charges of adultery, incest, treason and witchcraft, which just goes to prove it's not always a brilliant thing to be able to multitask. She was very, very beautiful though, and married to Henry VIII, so she sort of started that whole thing about beautiful people being stupid, you know. So he annulled his marriage to his last wife and broke up the Catholic Church. It's just because he's hot-headed, he'll change. You know, to be fair to Anne, she did actually make Henry marry her instead of just being his mistress like his, her sister Mary had. That's right, Anne's sister Mary had been shagging some guy who then turned out to be her husband. Do you know what I mean? It's like an episode of, I don't know, Teen Mom. Anyway, it must have made a very interesting wedding reception, you know. Catch the bouquet, not you. Anyway, today, I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. You know that sometimes I talk about history, right, and I forget. I do, I forget, I think, and then I forget, and then I start talking, and I get so mad at Henry VIII. I get so mad at Henry VIII that I'm like, God, I don't even want to talk about him, the big chicken leg eating guy with the attitude and the beard and the... Obviously a tiny penis. Do you know what I mean? Because every woman that sees his penis gets executed or exiled or something. It's like the man's got issues. Do you know what? See if he was alive today, he'd drive a yellow Lamborghini. That's how tiny his penis was. Anyway, look, back to the point. There is a script here. Anne Boleyn is who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the tiny penis Tudor King of England, him. Was he Tudor? Was he Tudor, or was it just his attitude was Tudor? Huh? Tudor wasp. You know, he had an attitude like a dog, Tudor wasp. Oh, never mind. Anyway, today in 1536, Anne Boleyn was sent to the Tower of London, and after a trial where she was judged guilty by her ex-fiancé, I mean, who wouldn't be guilty by your ex-fiancé, and her own uncle, and you thought your family was dysfunctional? She was sent to be executed, and that happened on the, a couple of days later. Can't remember when it did. I mean, trust me, she got her head chopped off, right? She was executed. You know, on the 20th of May, 1536, Henry, right? That guy, Henry, married Jane Seymour. I mean, she was very beautiful as well. Very, very stylish, you know. As you'd know, if you ever watched Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Yellow Lamborghini. Chicken leg, a big chicken leg in his mouth, right? Chicken leg like that, chomp, chomp, chomp. Execute her, execute her. Driving a car with his big old belly and his tiny, tiny wee car seat. Chicken leg, execute, execute. You go, subscribe, or I'll execute you.